guys, welcome back to another episode. This is Sisters and Chats with me, Jade.
And me, Paige.
Okay, before we get into today's episode, I really wanted to let you guys know and Paige know something new in the gym. So there's a guy that's at the gym and I've seen him for it's probably as long as I've been going to this new gym. Mm-hmm. And like I never really talked to him at all. Like we just see each other, right? Anyways, a couple of weeks ago, I wanted to check in with him on the machine because I was like, oh, you finish your reps, or if he was using it, because he's on one machine but then he had all the stuff against like a bench and I need to use the bench, and he's like, yeah, that's fine, I'm literally finished. But he was overly smiling at me and he was like, it was just basically too much smile, and I feel like at the gym I have quite a rested face, like I look like a horrible girl. Like I look so antisocial. Mean girl vibes 100%. I look like a mean girl in the gym. I don't talk to anyone. I just Anyway,
just zoned in.
Yeah, but he was like he was overly smiling and laughing.
So
and
like subtly flirtatious.
Yeah, but I was literally just like, oh, are you finished with this bench? And he's like, yeah, but then he's doing extras. So I was thinking, okay, cool. Like, I don't know, he's being cheeky. So I was like, oh, maybe he's single. Mm-hmm. And obviously I've seen him ever since I started, because he's, you know, when you go to the gym every morning or if you go in the evening, the same time you see the same people. That's what I mean by like I've seen him in the gym. He's one of the AM ones. Anyways, I always see him training by himself. And last week, there was a girl at the gym and she was using the Smith machine. And next thing you know, I've obviously seen him, because again, like I said, he's an AM person. I've seen him. I don't ever smile at him. This is the thing. This is what I mean. I have such a, like, I'll clock eye contact with him or other people that also come in the morning. I just don't smile. He looks at me, I've looked away, and then next thing you know, he walks behind his girl and starts like not hip thrusting, like squatting with her. She's using the Swift machine. I was thinking, oh, okay, she's new. I've never seen her. And clearly that's your girlfriend.
Right.
She then walks off to use another machine, and he then staring at me. And I felt uncomfortable, so I turned around and just started doing my push-ups. So that was that situation.
Okay.
Now, a couple of days ago, this is what you don't know. Mm-hmm. I was late to the gym, and I was annoyed because like, oh, this is me. There's more people, and I'm gonna have to wait. Anyway, so his girlfriend or whoever this girl is, she was using I was doing pull-ups on the assisted machine. She was using it, so she was doing her reps. She was in the middle of doing her whatever set. So I was like, okay, let me just stand to the side, and I'm gonna wait for her to finish before I ask her, like, hey, how many sets do you have left? He's obviously seen me, and he's walked over to his girl. And then he starts to kiss her ass. He's kissing her ass, but she's literally like on the Swift machine. So she's like this, like in
Guys,
like in that
gym.
position.
What's going on?
She's in resting, but he's like just all kissing her ass. And then he looks at me, and I was thinking, right, okay, anyway. So I looked away.
Okay.
And then I was like, I'm just standing here awkwardly because I just want to ask your girl, I'm assuming she's your girlfriend, you know, how many more reps she's got, so I can then be like, okay, cool, I can start my workout soon. He then proceeds to bite her ass, and she's giggling, and she's looking the other way because how she's like positioned. She's looking the other way.
This is so disgusting.
She's looking the other way, and she's giggling, and he's biting off, and he's looking at me. And I was like, I felt so uncomfortable. Like, I felt extremely uncomfortable. I didn't know what to do. At the same time, I didn't know how to react. Because in my head, it's like...
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I just never would have thought, like, a guy's going to be kissing a girl's bum or whatever, like, at the gym and staring at me.
Not only did he kiss her bum, not only did he bite
her bum.
he looked back at you.
He looked at me.
Mid-biting.
Biting and kissing her bum.
Like, that's just disturbing within itself.
I felt so uncomfortable, so I ended up going on my phone, but I was like, I don't have anything to do on my phone. And normally I just flick through Pinterest in between, like, rests. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh my God, should I call Paige? But then I was like, they're standing right there, so I don't want them to hear my phone conversation.
Yeah.
And I just like, no, I'll save it and tell you on the pod.
Oh my
But
days.
I felt so uncomfortable. Anyways, he did leave. And then I was able to just quickly ask her, like, oh, yeah, like, how many sets you got? She seems like a really nice girl anyways, but I just felt really uncomfortable. And there's me thinking this whole entire time he's single. And maybe he was single prior this whole entire time, or maybe 2 weeks ago, and he just recently started dating this girl, and that's why she's recently only been about for the last week.
There's nothing to justify his behaviour, though.
Yeah, so I like, I get people...
Because he looked back at you whilst mid-biting his girl's ass, okay? There's nothing justifying that.
It was too much. And I get you can be quite affectionate in public, but...
Talking about PDA.
It was just too much.
That is way too much.
Too much.
Oh my days. I don't know how you handle that. I would have just been like, yep, I'm calling it an early gym session, pack my bags and I'm
Early
walking.
gym, girl, I just walked in.
Yeah, I don't know. Or I would have went and worked in a different section. I would have swapped my days around. Like, if we were doing arms today, yeah, we're doing legs today because we're just not going to be next to each other. Oh my gosh, I'm so had to experience that.
I know.
I can't. Like, I just have this image in my head of this guy biting his girl's ass. Jade's just standing there innocently, like, what do I do?
What do I do?
Oh my days.
I can't even fully remember what I did because I was just, when like I'm just like, what the hell? I just can't remember. Anyways, that was that. So yeah, I did go to the gym today. I didn't see him there, thank goodness.
I hope he doesn't show his face again.
See him next week, but again, it's going to be the same attitude. Like, I'll look at him, eye contact, and then just look away. Especially now that I know you clearly have somewhat a girl there. But
I hope someone was watching the cameras, like, working. Because that would have been, like...
Or, like, maybe I should look to see if anyone else at that time was, like, that clocked what they were doing.
Was anyone seeing what you were seeing?
Yeah, was anyone seeing? Because it seemed like
I hope someone saw the interaction of you both looking at each other and you're like, oh, what the hell's going on here? Interesting.
It was intense.
What is wrong with some people, man?
I know. Today's episode, guys.
Wow.
Value-based or physical attraction? Basically, why do you want to be with someone? Because of the values they bring to the table, or their physical attraction because they're so hot you can't resist? But like, let's break it down.
Days.
I think.
Okay, right.
Let's break it down into like, what does value mean?
I still got this image in my head, but we're gonna persevere and push through. Yes. Value. I just feel like it's something how someone is, their morals, and how they are as an individual. What makes them more like. I don't know.
Like attractive, appealing.
Yeah, more attractive, more appealing. Like, you got structure, you're just set. And I just like the way you conduct yourself as a person.
Like, the way you carry yourself. You know, are you a family person?
Oh, yeah. Things like that.
Do you go partying all the time?
Do you have good self-discipline? Things like that. Are you good
at communicating?
Are you good at having boundaries and respecting other people?
Can we just say respect a little bit louder, please?
Respect.
Thank you.
That was not loud enough, but still, guys. It needs to be screened, but I'm not going to ruin your ears, so it's fine.
We're not going to do it and hurt our audience. Yeah, and then I feel like with physical attraction, it's just as simple as that.
You're good looking.
You're good looking. I like what I can see.
That's it. I can't really say much. I can't really say anything more on that. Yeah. No, I agree. But are you more of a physical person or like a value? I feel like I know this already.
I feel like physical does pull me in, you know, in that initial attraction.
Yeah.
But then I feel like I've just been through so much stuff that I'm just like, listen, I don't care if you're ticking the physical appearances I like. Because for me, I'm like, okay, you just might be a red flag. So then I'm like, okay, how are you as an actual person? And I'm like, needs to be more switched on.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not trying to be out here dating 101 people. You know, when the time is right, my husband will be that. And basically, he needs to have great values because I have great values and how I am as a person. So that needs to be matched. It
needs to be aligned. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think that's so important because if you go with someone based off the way they look, I just feel like it will only like last for so long.
Yeah.
So, whereas if you go for someone based off their value, you're more likely like, oh, you know, this is going to work, you know, we align, we bounce off each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously there are some people that go off people that are just good looking.
Have you ever gotten with someone? Yeah. Oh, you've gotten with someone the way they look?
Yeah, I have. Okay. But I think that was when I didn't understand the concept of being with someone who actually you value them, they value you. Because I was just, when like the more we spoke and I was just like, yeah, like you're not bring anything more to the table rather than like you're literally just good looking. That's all you bring. But then as the more we talk, I find you less attractive now because all you had is looks.
I love when that happens though.
Yeah, I do as well. But it's just like, oh, for goodness sake. But that was like ages ago though. And I would never go for someone based off like, you know, obviously initial attraction is important. But I wouldn't say it's like 90% that and then 10% value.
Yeah. Because I feel like I would never be like, oh my God, I have to date a guy that's a 10-10.
Oh, yeah,
like,
no,
I would be happy to not date a guy that's 10-10.
Yeah.
As long as, like, all my other boxes are ticked. Mm-hmm. But I still find you attractive. Mm-hmm. But, like, you don't need to be like, oh my God, you're a model.
Yeah. But I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. And you as well, Jade. Mm-hmm. I feel like when you go for someone who is just all about appearance and they don't bring nothing else to the table, they tend to just be like a really like cocky person, and they think that.
Agreed.
And it's just like, why are you like this, please? Please, sir, because what else do you bring?
But then I'm not gonna lie, I feel like you can get blinded sometimes.
Oh yeah, you
get
can.
pulled in, and then you end up dealing with someone that you would never ever date initially.
Oh yeah.
And then when you finally step out of it, you're like, oh my God, you're everything that I did not want. But I was unfortunately under the spell of stupid love, and I was blind to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just physical attraction. There was nothing deeper.
Yeah,
it's okay. Maybe we have to go through that sometimes.
No, I think you do, to kind of understand that it is important to have that aspect of someone deeper than just appearance.
110%.
Because that stuff fades, guys, okay?
Unless you want a short-term relationship. Then that works.
I guess it depends on what you're looking for.
If you want something long-term, something that has depth to it, and you want it to go somewhere, then definitely values over physical
appearance. Exactly. Because when you go for someone because of appearance and kind of forget about the value, don't be expecting any of this romance stuff and I don't know, all these cute gestures, because that's not like, I don't know
what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I was also gonna touch on the point. I feel like I feel like, say if I was dating someone, for example, this is my preference.
Okay.
Of course, I feel like we both agree we probably definitely want someone to date us and be with us because of our values, not our physical appearance, And I feel like the biggest thing for me is because if someone I'm dating, if they value me as a person, then when I get old and stuff, things change. You're going to still love me for who I am and respect me. Whereas if you're just with me for physical looks... For example, if it's a situation where there could be cheating going on or disloyalty, if you don't value me as a person, then you're going to just cheat.
Yeah.
Because you're just with me because of the way I look. Mm-hmm. But if you actually genuinely are with me because you value me as a person, you wouldn't cheat on me or be disloyal.
No, of course.
Because you're like, nah, that can't run. Mm-hmm. So I would want someone to be with me because of how I am as a person and my values.
Yeah. I think also when you value someone, you respect them as well. Mm-hmm. So even if like you are no longer like in contact or something goes left or whatnot, you always have that respect for them because of like the way they are as a person, the value that they bring. So yeah.
Yeah. Value over everything. Value people.
100%, guys.
Don't be just with people because they look good. Make it make sense.
Unless, like you said, if you want like a short-term relationship and you just, but even then, guys, just don't waste your time.
Or they could be a 10-10 and their values are also a 10-10 and great on you.
Yeah, and you just won, okay?
You won the game. But yeah, I think it was in the last episode, it was a red flags episode when we spoke about what I mentioned, how all these girls are getting with guys that are not 10-10.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because they just realised you're going to value me
exactly. More. We pick value, guys, okay? We're smart and wise enough to know a value over our physical appearance.
Yeah, because that will only last. Because it's like the Lana Del Rey song. I don't know if I say her name. Lana
Del Rey.
I always say Lana Del Rey really quickly.
Yeah, I know you do. When Jay doesn't know how to pronounce something, she will just like say it so quickly.
Yeah, so Lana Del Rey.
I'll say it for you. Lana Del Rey.
Thank you. In one of her songs, she's like, "Oh, will you still love me when I'm
I love that song.
Young and beautiful." Yeah. It's okay. My husband's out there. So
he is. She's waiting on you.
No, literally. No. It's only because I literally just recently booked a trip. No, literally.
Oh yeah.
Literally booked a trip today at Mykonos.
She did, guys.
And I'm so excited.
She was like, "Oh my God, I'm going Mykonos."
Yeah. But then again, I say like, okay, my husband can wait until I come back from Mykonos. But when I really deep life, when I go to Mykonos, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything bad.
Yeah, no, I was going to say. And he might be there.
So if I have a partner by then or not, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Anyways, sidetracking off the topic. So yeah, I just feel value over everything.
Yes, guys. Let us know as well. What do you think? Yeah. Value or Physical appearance.
But I get it, girlies. If you end up falling for a guy that's good looking, you know,
we all do it. You know, we all do. No judgment.
You can get blinded because they look so good, and then you completely are just pulled in that whole delusion. It's fine. It happens. So let's maybe give some advice on a topic.
Scenario.
Okay, today's one is he ghosted me because I didn't kiss him on the first date.
Ugh.
A breakdown. Okay, so I don't like to kiss men on the first date. Mm-hmm. I feel like we're
Love
on the
that.
same.
Yeah, the exact same.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I am a very modest person and I like to take things very slow. We had a good time getting to know each other and he was very sweet. When he walked me back to my car, he asked for a kiss. I gave him a peck on the lips and he asked me for a bit more. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that here. As it was in a busy parking lot and there was she's basically saying I'm not that type of girl.
Okay.
So I asked him to let me know when he got home, but he has ghosted me. Thoughts?
Well,
girl, he definitely got home. Or maybe he didn't. Or maybe actually he didn't get home.
Who knows? But can I just say, you just saved yourself so much time. Obviously, I get it probably would play on your mind that he's ghosted you. But it's the kind of
so
like,
rude.
I think it links back to the topic of today of like physical appearance or value. Because a man would value the fact of, oh God, she doesn't, I know.
Love
Great
that.
scenario. She doesn't kiss on the first date. Tick. She respects, values,
is
you know.
material.
Yeah. And whereas like the fact that he ghosted you, it's giving that he wanted just to have one thing and one thing only. That's just my take. But yeah, you just saved yourself so much time. And it just shows how much, like, you're so much more mature than he is, just based off the way he dealt with that situation.
Yeah, 100%. Like, he should have respected the fact that you didn't want to give a kiss. I feel like the fact that she even gave him a peck on the lips was more than
I thought it was the cheek.
Oh, was it the cheek? Okay, fair enough. Because for me, I would just be like, no, she said I gave him a peck on the lips. I don't know if I said cheek by accident, but yeah, lips. I wouldn't even do that.
I wouldn't do that either.
When I have, like, you know, met other people, I didn't even do that. I'd be like, no, don't do that, Soz.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have to. And I feel like if a guy's trying to make you feel like you're boring or whatnot for doing it, it's just like, yeah, you're just such a red flag within itself, because
100%.
you can't respect the fact that I don't want to do anything on that level, even if that may be minuscule to you. It's a big deal for me, and you should respect that within itself.
You should respect that 100%. There was literally a TikTok that I saw, and this guy, this is why when I don't really go on dates, but when I have hanged out with people and we go out and we're getting food and we're doing this and that, I like to just pay for myself, because I feel like in this, especially in the UK, because I was talking to my friend and she obviously like dates Arab guys, and she was telling me they literally will end the date with a handshake. And I told her, I love that, but that would never happen in the UK, because they'll be expecting something from you. And this, I should have sent this TikTok to her, but she already knows that this is how the UK boys are. Yeah. But the boy was like, if I pay for your dinner, that means I will get a kiss on the first date. I think that's so wrong, though. There is no, oh, this is the first date, I don't kiss on the first date. He's like, that's not running. I've taken you on a date, I've paid for the meal, you will give me a kiss. I was thinking,
that's so disgusting.
It was like ick behavior.
If you have that mentality, anyone who's listening, don't take a girl out, okay? Because you clearly do not respect women, and it's giving off like you give to receive. Yeah, that's your whole mentality, and it's just 100%. Like, don't.
Because no one said like, okay, if I pay for this means that.
Yeah,
you decided to pay. I don't have to give you anything in return, as long as I'm respectful and I show my appreciation, like, oh, thank you for that. You didn't have to cover the bill or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's that. So for me, I just always feel like it's best bet for me to cover my own bill. So there's no expectation. So yeah, that's just how I feel.
Well, yeah, guys.
She definitely saved herself.
Yeah, she did. And you just don't need him in your life. It's fine. You can have someone else who will value you as a person.
100%.
And be like, oh, okay, no kiss, fine. I'll just work harder the next time. Not in that way.
Yeah.
But, you know, wants to meet up with you more, put more of an effort in and do all that stuff, because like she's not playing hard to get, but you get what I mean.
Hard to get, yeah. It's just how you carry yourself, and that shouldn't be looked at as, oh, she's annoying that she won't do this stuff that I want to do.
Yeah, of course.
It should be looked at, oh, right, like, okay, cool. She's a proper girl. But that's not to say girls that do kiss on the first date, it's not to say that they're not proper girls, because there are some girls that will kiss on the first date, or they'll go all the way, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do and you're comfortable with that, then girl, do your thing. But for the girlies who don't want to go all the way, and that's just not their comfort zone, everyone is different, that's fine. And you shouldn't be made to feel like you're the problem.
Have to, exactly.
So he ghosted you in this situation, girl, and that is a good thing. Let him stay ghosted.
Even though it probably doesn't feel like it, but it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Please, can you like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel?
And for all our audio listeners, can you please just give us a follow and leave us a 5-star review? That would be amazing. Until the next episode.
Okay.
Right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.